Good morning, good morning. Well, good morning for me. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Day 35. We are on the last day of this week or this 5 day segment of weights for 20 minutes and then a 5 minute power finish. So for this weighted set, we are going to do another timer. We're going to have 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of transition. We have 5 different exercises and we're going to go for 4 rounds. So let's go through what's going to happen. So I have a few different sets of weights. I'm going to actually use a ball for my kayak twist and the lunge and lift, the pivot lunge and lift. So for your kayak twist, especially with weight, 45 seconds, like I said, find that C curve. So normally we want to lift out of the chest and have that flat back, but for this exercise in this position, a lot of crunchy stuff. We want a C curve round the back end so we can scoop through the belly and drive deep into the abdomen. We want to get away from the flexion, getting that protrusion and pop in the abdomen, and we want to stay with that scoop. Even if you don't visually scoop, mentally feel like you're scooping. Okay, so we're going to be holding weight. You can hold a dumbbell, a soccer ball. If you don't have weight, even just putting flexion into the ball side to side will add some tension and resistance. So let's just go here for a little warm up. Twist one side, twist other. Let's go slow for now. Just feel the different parts of the move. Oblique through the front, oblique through the front. Your head, chest, and shoulders follow. Okay, so real quick, go ahead and lift both feet and you can see if you like how that feels better. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and come up. From there, we're going to add a little bit more weight. You can hold 2 dumbbells, 1 dumbbell. I'm going to hold my kettlebell, and we're doing a hip hinge thrust. Hip hinges are so important in the world of weightlifting. So not just for deadlifts, but a bunch of other exercises. It's also very, very, very important in the world of life. So just in your everyday living, bending over, picking something up, twisting, putting something away, whatever it is, having appropriate butt, core, and back set in and flexion is going to be very beneficial for keeping your body healthy, strong, and uninjured. So I'm going to be holding a kettlebell right at the chest, kind of like we're getting ready to do a goblet squat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So right now, even though we're not holding tension, holding weight, we are building activation and tension through the upper middle back. Contract deep into your abdomen. It's like you're getting ready for someone to sucker punch you right in the gut. Okay, we're going to hinge from our hip creases. Okay, so make sure you're not hinging from the waist, but from those creases in your hips, right? Wherever, if you were to march, that's where that crease is. So back is flat, belly super strong. Hinge forward until you feel a big pull on the hamstrings. Then you thrust up. Okay, let's go 5 here. Hinge forward, thrust up, belly strong. It helps to get that exhale at the top. I'm going to try not to overdo it, just for your sanity and my microphone. 1 more. Hinge forward. Stop here a second. Back flat. Pull the triceps back towards your rib cage. Is your core as strong as possible? Think like a plank. Then already get into the butt. You should already be flexing into that butt. And then boom, flex it forward. Okay, after our hinge thrust, we're going to do the pivot lunge to lift. Okay, so you have kind of a wide stance. I'm going to use my ball again for this one. Pivot, so you're kind of in a twisted lunge. Back is flat, belly strong. Push through the legs. Use the core, twist, and lift. Set it down, twist, and lift. If going out in front of you, up overhead doesn't work, twist and push. Okay, have your upper body pivot with the hips. 1 more on this side, and we'll go to the other. Pivot with the hips. Okay, other side. We're pivoting. The knees are still lined with the toes. Back flat, belly strong. Twist. Lunge. Move that upper body with the hips. Last one. Perfect. Okay, last one of the set is a curl. Slide shoulders back and down. Find that set stance. Elbows must squeeze next to the rib cage, right? So make sure as the arms drop, the chest stays super tall. Core always strong. So if you're having any of this, then you need to go down in weight or you need to flex deeper into the core. Perfect form equals perfect tone. So don't just try to manipulate or maneuver heavier weight. All right, we're going to take a couple more little warm ups. So push your butt back, slide shoulder blades down, standing cat-cow. Exhale, round, tuck deep, belly button draws back toward your spinal column. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, push forward. And exhale, round. All right, take a wide stance. Lunge over to your left, reaching with the right. So small little twist again into that upper body. Lunge to the right and twist to the right with that left arm. Okay, I think we're ready. Starting with your kayak twist. If you need to pause, get a little more warm up, please do, or start lightweight or no weight. So we have 4 rounds. If you want to go your first round no weight, depending on the time that you have, if you still need to warm up, go for it. All right, ready, set, and go. Tuck in to those obliques, front of the belly, head, chest, and shoulders. Follow your weight. The reason sometimes I like to keep my feet on the ground is because I feel like I put less into my hip flexors and more into my core. That's what I want. 12 seconds. Check in. What are you feeling? Are you just getting through the move? Or are you working into each piece? Okay. Next up, we're doing that hinge thrust. Grab your weight, kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever. Shoulders back and down, belly nice and strong. Hinge till you feel it in those hamstrings. Thrust. If it's too much tension on your back, you can try a regular deadlift. I like this because I feel like it really helps me focus on keeping that upper back and core for when I do a regular deadlift. Chest tall. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. All right. Now we're at our pivot lunge and lift. Grab your weight. Get your set. I'm going to twist to the left. Belly strong. Press up. Core active. Think of this as being a lot more for your core than really much else. As you lift overhead or out in front of you, push obviously with the chest, but feel that back. Stay braced. You can go faster than I am, that's fine. You can stay slower. Set in to what you're feeling though. Don't push beyond what's safe as far as pace. Okay, lunging to the right, lifting to the left. Get that pivot, grabbing the core, press. active, super active. Through your core, check in upper middle back. Squeeze it tight. Knees line with toes. Twist your hips with your shoulders. Time. All right, curls are next. Find your stance. Shoulders back and down. And go. Elbows squeeze. Super tight. Next to your rib cage. So check in. Keep elbows back under shoulders. However, don't have them go too far back. Envision you're on a wall. In fact, you could even put yourself on a wall to see what that feels like. So your elbows drive into the wall and they stay there. 3, 2, 1. All right, there's our first set, everybody. Our kayak twist is next. Obliques. Ready, set, go. Check in with that low back. Scoop the belly more. If you're feeling it in that low back, tighten the belly button back deeper towards your spinal column. Hunker over more. Chest tucking in towards your belly. Good work. All right, we have our hinge thrusts. Find your weight. Hinge it forward. Take your time to get down. Feel the core. Wrap it tight. Feel the glutes. Kind of open, flex in. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. This hip thrust, super good for opening your hip flexors as well. Time. All right, we're going to get our pivot, lunge, and lift. 3, set wide, 2, and go. Twist those hips with the shoulders. That's that whole pivot. Where's your core? Remember, that's what's working here. What do you do when you're in a plank or in a dead bug or in a bird dog? You flex the core as much as possible. I want you to do the same thing here. Time. All right. Get ready for that other side. 3, 2, 1, go. Drag that belly button in. Grab the core. twist, extend. Whew. Come on. Watching that upper middle back. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze together. Alrighty, curls are next. All right, ready, set, and go. You be in charge of the drop. Chest is tall. Pelvis tucks. Core strong. Point your tailbone gently down to the ground. 12 seconds. My neck is fine, but I'm finding my chest wants to drop in. Don't allow that to happen. All right. Gearing up for set 3. Come on down. Get whatever you're using for your kayak twist. And go. You lean back as much as your core contraction can manage. Tighten first, then move. Focus on the burn, on the heat, on the flexion. Time. All right. Back to those hinge thrusts. Get your weight set up in the chest. Hinge forward, thrust up. How tight can you get that core to hold? Solid abs. Tighten your upper back. Get that big glute squeeze at the top. Focus, concentration. All right, lunge and lift. Get ready. Back flat, stick your butt out. Twist it up. Keep it up, keep it up. Butt back. As you hinge down, try not to just keep the butt up and drop forward. Get into that lunge. All right, gear up for our next side. My arms are actually tired too. All right, 4, 3, 2, and go. Drop down. Press it up, yes. Deep into your core. Grab through the back. As you drop, check in with those knees. Can you sink your belly button any deeper into your back? Flex all around that rib cage. Time. Curls. I'm going to do a little rotation this time. So kind of like a corkscrew curl. So palms will face your sides. Twist up. Twist back down. Same thing. Elbows stay tight next to the rib cage. See if I'm rocking. Oh. Tuck it in. Set your pelvis. Chest lifts. Knees soft. Keep the upper body really still. Don't sacrifice form for weight. Time. Okay, one last set. Back to our kayak twist. Last time here. Ready, set, go. Those obliques are going to grab, but try to find a lot of flexion for yourself and through the center. It's rectus abdominis tugging in around your belly button. Flex it deep. Keep that rotation. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming up, hinge thrusts. Get your weight at the chest. Hinge forward. Stability. And those rhomboids. Squeeze. Rhomboids together. When you come up in your thrust, set the hips right to where they're square. Pelvis square to the ground, right? Neutral. Hang on to it. Time. Whew. If the weight isn't challenging you, challenge your pace. Ready, set. Pivot, lunge, and lift. Twist and lift. Get there. Use the glutes to help. They're part of the core. Tighten through those legs as you extend them up straight. As you hit your lift, grab through those legs as well. Full body. Time. We're going to have our other side. Curls. And then we're at 20 minutes. Ready? Pivot and lift. Slide shoulders down. Make sure as you lift, you're punching through the back and the chest. right? Not the traps. Feeling good. Time there. We got our curls. Ready, set, go. Chest tall, core strong. No swinging. Elbows stay. Back under the shoulders. Upper arm squeezes in tight. Lift the chest. Shoulders back and down. We have 10 seconds. Time. All right. Good work. We made it through our 20. Our 5 is going to be a 5 exercise round. Okay, so for this week, our last power finish, we're going to go through 5 minutes, okay, actually, I don't know why I said 5 sets. 5 minutes, 5-minute round. We're just going to be working consistently for our 5 minutes, okay? We're going to do a squat thrust. Then you're going to do a broad jump, another squat thrust, backwards broad jump, and 5 jumping jacks. If squat thrusts and broad jumps don't work for you, I would actually like for you to just shuffle, okay? Set in, even if it's a little bit small space. Go as fast, tight as you can, okay? The goal is to get your heart rate up. You can also somewhat modify within the squat thrust. So I'm going to be jumping towards you. Okay, so it will look like this. Squat thrust. You're going to slide into a broad jump. Squat thrust. Backwards. 5 jumping jacks. If you would like, you could do tap, tap, jump, tap, tap, backwards, and then your 5 jumping jacks. All right? Or just hit that quick shuffle. Ready, set, and go. Squat thrust, broad jump, squat thrust, backwards jump, 5 jumping jacks. Squat thrust, broad jump, squat thrust, backwards, 5 jumping jacks. Squat thrust, jump, backwards, 5. Take a break whenever you need. We just made it. 1 minute. Keep your form. Knees line with toes. You got it. I got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. That heart rate pushing. 3 minutes left. Core strong. Still. Dig into the core, then jump. Step it back, then jump. 5, 3, 2, 1. The good news is we're over halfway there. Not by a lot, but we are. Hopefully your shuffles are going well. One and a half minutes to go. Squat thrust, jump it up, thrust, back. 5. Figured out the rhythm. If you're not getting low, you're missing that burn in the legs. Which will up the heart rate as well. "30 seconds. Come on. Push your transitions. Woo. Nice work. Face your mat to come down. We're going to start off with a child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes together. Sit it back and down. Oh. Slide those shoulder blades down. Get your forehead on your mat. And let your system recover. Stretching through those ankles, knees, hips, back, shoulders, and feet. All right, curl the toes under. Sit back. So my knees are together now. Toes curled under. Stretch through the bottoms of the feet. Mine are kind of tucking to me. Let's bring our left leg forward. Right leg stays back. But curl those toes under and lift the back knee. Let that right hip drop. Drop, drop, drop. Move around little bits till you feel that hip flexor open just a bit more. Drop your back knee. Lift the front toe. Pull that front hip back. Toe is up. Push the back of the knee toward the ground. So even though we don't stretch a lot, we do stretch. So check in and see if your flexibility is improving. It needs to be improving, or else one of these days, everything's going to kind of come to a grinding halt because of overuse, pain, injury. Okay, drop into your pigeon. That's where I'm at on my elbow. So I have been trying to stretch into my arms a little more. Even with you guys, those everyday move sessions have been really helpful for me as well. I don't feel like I'm stretching the whole time, but I'm definitely getting the body into more open places. So it's been good for my mobility and flexibility. Okay, let's push into those hands. We're going to go to the other side. So your right foot comes forward. Keep your left knee off the ground. Find that position where you feel the deepest stretch in the back hip flexor. So you might need to move your hips around a little. Drop your knee, lift it up. Go ahead, drop onto that back knee. Lift the front toes. Pull that front hip back, right? So it's going to want to hinge out to the side. Pull it back. It's like you're scissoring your hips. So if your right toe's up, right leg straight, drop the right hip, pull it back, left hip comes forward. Reach your chest toward your toes. All right, pull that heel over, come into your pigeon. Square off those hips again. So that left hip, hug it up towards your heel. You want your pelvis square to the ground. Even if that means your right butt cheek is up off the ground, get your hips squared off. Okay, put that right foot back. We're going to go into a downward facing dog. Both heels drive toward the ground. Chest drives back toward your thighs. Open the chest, spiral your elbows back towards your toes. Hollow out your armpits. Grab the core. Okay, so next week, gear up for some slow weighted training. Okay, so we're going to slow our rep count down a lot, whether you have heavy weights or light weights, which a lot of times you do have to go lighter because those muscles are under tension a lot longer. We're going to really work on getting our muscles hugged into the bone, keeping isometric flexions through the weighted move. So all those ranges of motion. Let's see, let's get our forearms real quick. Speaking of forearms and elbows and such, just pull, your palm is facing away from you, and then the back of the hand stretch back towards your elbow. Open the chest wide. Then your other side. Pull the fingertips back toward the elbow. The underneath side of your arm is facing up. Okay, good work. Another 5 days down. I'll see you next week.